Hi everybody, this is Marketing 441. This is your capstone course, and I am your instructor, Steve Brewer, and it's totally fine to call me Steve. You are mostly kind of non-traditional students with some life experience, so I prefer Steve in that case. And the purpose of this video is to give you a little overview of what you're going to be doing during week one, which is the first of our 10 weeks together. Excuse me. And every week I'm going to make a little one of these videos. I hope they are not required viewing, but I hope that you will find them useful. So every video I'm going to start out with talking about your learning outcomes. Your outcomes are what we hope that you learned during the week or that you already knew and that you can demonstrate that you know. So we have three learning outcomes for this week. The first is to create a comprehensive annual marketing plan. Second is to assess an organization's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Third one is to discuss the selection and evaluation of segmentation, product, price, distribution, marketing, communications. Those are all going to be accomplished through the discussion board. So you're not actually going to create a comprehensive annual marketing plan this week. You will create one for the end of the course, but this week we talk about them. So those are our three outcomes. You have a kind of a diverse set of readings this week. You're going to read chapter 1, which is called Strategic Planning and the Marketing Management Process. So in marketing, as you've already learned, we don't just react. We are supposed to be proactive. We're supposed to be making plans. Then we have to be open to changing those plans when the circumstances necessitate it. But so we talk about what is strategic planning, the marketing management process, the strategic plan, the marketing plan. These are things that you are going to read about in chapter 1. You've probably already discussed these in other courses you take. So there's a lot of review and synthesis of concepts in this course. Then you're going to skip way to the back of the book and you're going to read section 2, which is called Analyzing Marketing Problems and Cases. So this goes through kind of the case, how we do a case analysis. You are actually going to do two case analyses in this term. You're going to do one by yourself and you're going to do one as a group. So section 2 talks about communication analyses. Hopefully that will help to prepare you for those upcoming assignments. Section 3 is about financial analysis for marketing decisions. You're all going to have to do some financial analysis for the marketing plan that you're going to write. So that's what section 3 is about. Section 4 is about developing marketing plans. And section 4 kind of gives us the outline that we are going to follow at the end of the term when you individually create a comprehensive marketing plan for a real company. So read chapter 1 and then read sections 2, 3, and 4 at the back of the book. All right, the first is the kind of first big assignment that's going to come up is the team case. And by the time you have watched this video, hopefully the teams will all be set. There's a little icon over on the left side of the screen. It says groups. Click there and then you would see your team. These are just going to be basically randomly assigned. I don't know anything about you when I'm making these assignments because I have to do it right away. And in week 1, you're going to want to go into your group discussion board and start talking to your group about two things. First is which case you want to write about. You have a choice of some cases you can see in the instructions. And then your group contract. So you probably had to create a group contract in other marketing courses here at DU. And so it's the same template, basically. You're going to kind of agree what you want to agree on, what's your group contract. And then you're all going to individually submit a copy of that group contract by the end of week 1. So by the end of this week. And again, you do have a choice which case you want to analyze. I think there's maybe 5 choices. And then that case analysis is due week 4. And here we follow what's the 8-step AMA process, which AMA format, which is American Management Association, where well, you can read it. I don't need to go through the 8 steps right here. Those are in the instructions for that assignment. So week 1, you and your group are going to choose the case and you're going to agree on a group contract and you're all going to submit that individually. Then in week 4, your group is actually going to create the case analysis and one member is going to submit it. So everybody submits a group contract, that's individual, but then only one person is going to submit the actual case. So that's so your part this week is choose a case, agree on a group contract, and submit it by the end of the week. So the other piece in week 1 is a discussion board. And there are a couple elements of the discussion board. The first one is you're just going to introduce yourself. I believe that's by day 2 of week 1. So you want to introduce yourself because we don't know you. And we'd like to just get to know a little bit about who's joining us. So you will introduce yourself. And then in the main discussion, let's see if I can, there we go. In the main discussion, there are 2 questions, and you're going to answer one of them. So here are the 2 questions for week 1. One is about marketing plan, and the other is about departmental implications. And you're going to choose one of those, and you're going to answer it in detail. And the instructions tell you, like gives you a minimum word count. You need to cite at least 2 sources. So this is not something you just dash off at 11:55. You're going to have to put some thought into that. So you're going to answer one of those 2 questions. You can answer both, but you don't have to. You just have to answer one. And by day 3, so choose one and answer it by day 3. And then by day 6, go to the people who answered the other question and post at least 2 replies to them. So hopefully we'll have equal numbers of people answering both question 1 and 2. The idea is go to the answers to the other question, post comments to them. Follow-up questions, replies, things you thought were interesting, things you're wondering about, maybe that sort of thing. So answer one question by day 3, post at least 2 replies by day 6. So that's going to be kind of our discussion format every week. And so how to reach me. So my Davenport email is going to be the easiest. So you can see it there, steve.brewer@davenport.edu. You can go through the email function in Blackboard and email me that way. There's my phone number. If it's urgent, so just normal things, email me. I typically check my Davenport email 6 days a week, sometimes not, usually not on Saturdays. So if it's Saturday and it's urgent, you can call me. But otherwise, if it's urgent, if you somehow get locked out of Blackboard, or you have some major problem, some major question, it's fine to call me. I expect it. I get a few calls every term, so not a big deal. As far as me, you can read my little instructor bio. It's in the Getting Started section in Blackboard. So actually, Getting Started is where you're going to find syllabus part 1, syllabus part 2, and the course calendar, and my little instructor bio. So you're welcome to go read it if you want to. It's not required. So you're going to use that a lot. And then there's an assignments link where you're going to submit. You're going to find the instructions for the assignments, and you're going to submit those. There's a discussions link where you're going to go and find the discussion board. But I think you're all experienced Blackboard users, all experienced online students by now. I don't think you should have too many problems with that. So that's it for this is week 1, and I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, email me. Otherwise, I will see you online. Let's get started. Let's make this a great course. Thanks, everybody.